Hi, today I want to talk to you about this indoor HDTV antenna. It's got a 50-mile range and I bought it on Amazon for $25. We've had one of these in our home since 2018, so it's lasted us 4 years. But the other day we were pulling it down and it was kind of cracked and falling apart, so we decided to buy another one. We had previously tried to upgrade to a 80-mile range, but it really wasn't pulling in any more channels, so we returned that. Now that we needed a new one, definitely needed a new one, we went back and bought the same one that we had previously. I'll put the link below so that you can check it out, but really you're just going to go in there and find a good HDTV antenna, and that will work perfectly for your home. When my husband and I retired, we knew that we needed to cut back on our bills, so getting rid of the cable was one of the things that we thought we could live without. We do have internet in our home, but we live in the middle of the desert and our internet isn't always reliable. So having live TV as an alternative is really a great thing. So here's the back of the box, and you can see this is all the things it includes. This is actually the antenna itself, and this will stick on the window. I'm going to go through and show you how to do that. But just so you can see, there's different options of where you can actually place the antenna. You know, if you're a little bit nervous about purchasing this, you don't know, do you need the 50-mile range or the 80-mile range, because it makes it sound pretty confusing. You can just go ahead and go onto Google, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to find the nearest transmitter to where your house is. And so I'll actually put the link below. You can Google it, or I'll put the link below, but you're trying to locate where those transmitters are. The government by law has to provide free channels, and that's what you're trying to connect to. So you're just kind of trying to look at the distance for that. One thing I say about purchases on Amazon is never be afraid to return something if it doesn't work, because it's really hard to shop online and be certain, but just don't be afraid to return it. So I'm going to go ahead and see what's in the package here. This is the antenna. It comes with the cable. Pretty basic instructions. And all the equipment that you're going to need to hook it up. And that's it. That's how simple it is. So we're going to start installation, and what we're doing first is we're going to go ahead and put the antenna in the window. Now you can actually, when you go onto the website for the HDTV, you can actually find which direction is the best direction for your antenna to be placed. We're going with the window. We don't really have much option here, but you can see that they've actually placed it just on a straight wall. They've placed it in the window, which is what we're doing. You can also purchase a stand, and you can just place it in a stand if you really want that sitting next to your TV, or this one they've just laid right there on the table. All right, so now that we've taken the antenna out of the box, what we did was we went ahead and put the stickers on the front side. You can see there's the number 1 there, so this is showing us this is the front side. We've just peeled off the backing, and now we need to peel off this side, and we're going to go ahead and stick it in the window. Okay, you can see we mounted it up there with the tape that was included, but if you find that it starts slipping down, that the tape that they've included isn't enough, get some double-sided mounting tape and then just stick that up there. That's really helpful too. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and plug in the antenna to the amplifier. You can just see that just screws right in. All right, the next thing we want to do is we're going to go ahead and put the power cord and plug that right into the amplifier. So we've got the power cord plugged into the amplifier. Now at the end of the power cord, you can see that it's got like a USB port, and so you can either plug that into your TV if you have the TV that works with that, or you can go ahead and plug it into the adapter. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and take the end of the amplifier, and we're just going to screw that right into the TV. All right, so you can see we've plugged the antenna in right there. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and take the end of our USB cord and plug it into the side of our TV so we have power. Okay, and then that's the whole setting it up as far as getting it hooked up. And now we're going to go ahead and set up the actual TV part of it. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and set up our channels. And so what you're going to do is you're going to grab your remote control, you're going to go into settings, and then you're going to go to channels. And from channels, you're going to go into the channel tuning. And then you want to go ahead and go to auto tuning and hit start. And And it's going to search for the channels that are available on that DTV. And so far it's found 6 channels and it's still searching. And this is where it's connecting to the live channels in your area. It might take a little while, so I mean, it's no big hurry, just let it go through the whole system. And then if you find, like when you are searching your channels, when it takes you to the live TV, if you think that maybe it didn't come up with enough, you could always just repeat this process and see if it will find some more channels. What we found is that we kind of pick some up and lose some, but again, I'm sure for anybody else this will be much better. It's just we're in the middle of the desert. All right, you can see that it's found 34 of the DTV channels. It's probably not going to find any of the other. The DTV is really what we're looking for. Sometimes we just actually skip the rest of it. And down on the bottom you can see skip. And then done. Okay, now we're going to live TV. And there we go. There's our channels. It will always list the different channels, but it's not always the correct listing. So that's the one thing that I find a little bit difficult, is if this says weather, I expect it to show weather, but really a minor issue. So that is really how you set up the HDTV antenna. I hope that you enjoyed this video and find it helpful, and thanks for watching.